Swooping up the stairs. Hoo 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 hoo.
Hey man, love your outfit.
Back at ya! You get yours in the Bangkok catalog too?
It's entire people.
Yeah, if you get it in person, they actually tailor it for you.
No way! Right there in the shop?
Yeah, I mean they take your measurements there in the shop, but doing the actual tailoring takes a couple days. But it's so worth it.
They're having a
Yeah, I
normal
was gonna
conversation.
I mean, right?
Dude, turn around.
It's
Let me look at
funny
outfits.
because
Yeah, I
they're
can see that
fight
was really nice.
men,
I'm telling you, man, tailored.
and they're just talking normally about normal stuff. It's so incongruous. Do you understand? Do you understand it's not normal? This situation. You do realise it's not normal, right? You've just normalised fighting Spider-Man on an oil rig! Yeah, squiggly wiggly! I went mooey. Now the barrel defies gravity, good night. So I've done it once, I've done one squiggle move at you. About. So now everything's fine. Now I finally have my prize turnip to show you. You'll see it now, because it's on the news every day. I guess maybe there needs to be like a solid surface beneath us for me to execute that move then. So like if I do this. Yeah, I get like because the move ends with me being on the floor, so I need there to be floor for me to be on within range, I guess. And I've just been knocking people over railings or something. Because now I'm doing it so easily. I guess every time the terrain had just been wrong. I should probably be doing more to get Boopus defeat with bags about it, shouldn't I, for the challenge? You know what I mean. You couldn't not. Maybe here. Come over here and hit this man. That's another one, isn't it? Hit the fellow. Oh, you have been destroyed. Can I just get you to do the same one over and over? Yep. Oh, you're in for a very bad day, my friend. Oh, I can get them to boof each other about. Ha 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 ha. Destroy each other. It's a popular boss mechanic. Right, now you've been bonked. Can I detonate these at you as well? Can I convince you to come over here and boop? Yes. Get bops now. Ho 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 ho. Get bops now. I'll see you in the sea. We're above the sea at any rate. It's not that far to have to go in this case. So you see, I'm not asking you to go too far out of your way, but I will get angry and the rivers will run red with my rampant disregard for the fate of potted cream. Just cream in a pot, it's very normal. I don't know why, like, we've marketed it like it's some new concept. But we're really just selling you some, like, we've done something that was already on the market, given it a weird new name, and jacked up the price. And that's like 90% of product innovation, is the thing. Now that we've established that, you are equipped to decipher the pokey machine, the sad column, pillar bonanza, all of these well-known logic puzzles. Monkey frightener, all sorts. There's monkey frightener, all sorts. And then there's a product from Bassett's that's just the most terrifying to monkeys that it could possibly be. They've sunk so much money into the development of that, and I wish they would tell me why. What do you get out of it? What were monkeys that much of a concern that they needed to be scared off, scared out of the licorice factory? Your motives are just... There are supposed to be cameras here that I'm meant to hit or something, right? There's like a reason for me to be on the rig. I keep forgetting I can just look. I can just look with the device. But like there's still spider emblems and whatnot that I can grab, so it's not that big of a deal for right now. But when it comes time for pudding, then we'll all be upset, That's just the unrelated yellow, it's not a spider about it at all. I thought I saw... Oh no, there's just yellow electric again. None of these are spiders that I'm having. Come on, I want the floaty. Thank you for floaty thing. I'm glad to have it. Oh, you've got the nominal defeat mechanism. Oh, even if I get you to think now again, I just walked around behind you casually, and that's... There was some sort of flip over the move, was there not? I can do that, naturally. I could have sworn there was another one. Do I just do this? There was like a close range thing I could do, I thought. Maybe I was mistaken. Explode. Explode. Box. Punch. The well-known password to get into the loft. You know you gotta remember it at least once before you die. It's on everyone's bucket list. Remember the password! No! Your life won't be fulfilled until you've done it. You don't understand. I'm doing this to protect you.
These cameras are his eyes and his ears. Better not.
Right, yes, now the cameras. This has taken quite long enough. Although I will just very quickly Justice Strike. Maybe just an ordinary smash. Just something I can actually do, at least. Might be fun, you know?
Redeemed for cash?
Now, provided nobody's turned off there. Well, there's a flying one up there, so let's get rid of you. It didn't let me be close enough to it. Good. Get! Aha! Oh-ho! There's another one of you, over there. What could you possibly be seeing of value from over behind the crane? It's for all of those important crane shots that we see. If you've ever wondered where footage of a crane comes from, now you know. Deadpool did a game once. There's a bag. And downstairs we of course have Warrior Friday. Whoop! Yep. Right down the flop. Oh-ho! Yes, I've unleashed the power. Oh, speaking of unleashing, I can do this, can't I? You don't even know the power that I have wrought upon you with my tendrils. I can squimp! I can squimp and squump every night. There's squimps and there's squumps and then there's me, and I can do both. And you were never ready for it. You never knew how to prepare yourself adequately. Not for both. You had to pick one or the other, and that's why I will always be better than you. Is that I've the versatility. And I can almost pronounce versatility as well. I'm getting really good at it. Soon I'll be able to do it on command. But for now, it's enough that I'm better than you at whatever I was just talking about. You're back here still. There's a lot. There's a lot. It's just a sequence of cameras down here. You're all just in a row. You're all just in a row. Why do that? What's the point? Was it like that before and I just somehow managed to completely avoid noticing? Okay, you're annoying. And you've got a shield, so you're also annoying. And you're shooting me in the back while I'm doing other things, so you are also annoying also. There's nothing but just irritations on the oil rig. We should get rid of it. We should make it stop being oil, ever. Alright. If ever you needed a sight to behold, this thing will come out with lightning of gold. Now that I've found this as well, that it's gold, give me your hands and I'll tell you you're bold. You probably already knew this if it was true. But if it isn't, then you may have been unaware. So, thank me for that. Because you'd never have known otherwise. You certainly wouldn't have known by looking, what with all the hair. You can never be sure, it just goes to show you need me to double check. The grenades that you have are very interesting. They just spoof fire out of two sides of them. It's like a really weird form of incendiary grenade. Well, like, it's got improved range, I guess, in two directions, but you've got really no control over which two directions it goes out in. I'm not sure why you made these, Deadpool. I mean, they're getting me. So maybe I'm the idiot. But it just sort of feels like we kind of had grenades worked out. And now you're the leading cause of shark decay. I know. You don't have to remind me. Well, you probably would have to remind me under just about any other circumstance, so, you know.
Give me that.
I suppose I shouldn't be too annoyed
Did you see that?
that you, yes.
Looky, you got a cookie.
Like, it's this. It's this here.
Scroofy pole. Remove it.
And now,
That's a wrap.
let's squamp it and then punch. Squampy punch. Oh, yeah, and of course there's just more now. More now than you've ever seen. Get me now, I'm near the Queen. And they're all largely localized again. It's convenient, at least. Oh, I remember at least 7 things every day. I've got no control over how significant any of these individual things are that I remember. So sometimes it seems really impressive and others it doesn't. You just gotta catch me on a good day, really. But you can't catch me. I'm moving too fast. Such is the folly of the Forgetful Flash. If he slowed down, you'd be impressed with his knowledge.
Lady Wilson Show with our special guest, Walthrop Webbs. Now, Walthrop, let's talk about that
You're
time
calling me
you
Walthrop, and while that is very good,
I've got a question for you, Deadpool. Where'd you get that fragment?
I disagree with everything.
Shut up!
Oh. You didn't subtitle that. He's literally struck from the records. Oh! I've got to stop from a distance. Or just web onto it, I guess. That as well. That's less of what you know and more of what you remember. Now, you might think, surely what I remember is comparable to what I know. Well, memory is fallible, isn't it? There was a famous... I don't know how famous it was, I just know that the guy did a TED Talk, I believe, on 9/11. Or more specifically, the footage. Because he made the point that he, like a lot of other people, like, vividly remembers seeing both the towers fall at the same time when the news broke. But that couldn't possibly have been the case because footage of the second tower falling was not seen until significantly later. So the image just sort of completed itself in his brain. Very dry conversation about a psychological phenomenon to do with 9/11. in the funny punch fight game with Deadpool in it. But it sticks out in my... That's one of the 7 things that I remember today, and so that's what you get. That's what you get for believing you can teach me about candles. Alright? I know what one is, and that's all I really need to know about candles. For right now, anyway. If they ever become relevant, I will, you know, I'll humour you, but now is not the time. Now's not the time for your candle lessons. I've cancelled your show. And you're gonna get real mad about it on the internet.
Now you can risk your well-being and sanity for the entertainment of others in the comfort of your own home. Follow me to pick
I already do that.
Stuffing a sock in your mouth instead?
It was called Apocalypsis. It was... I keep making the mistake of remembering it fondly.
Did you seriously just try to lock me in a room? What am I, grounded?
Just sit tight, my little mouth breather. We gotta pause for another break from our sponsor.
I don't get subtitles anymore. They've been taken away from me for being Deadpool too much. They know I'm popular, but it gets to a fucking point. Those were their exact words. It just gets to a fucking point. Wade Wilson, aka the Deaded Pool. You need to pack it in. You need to stop. I don't know why you chose now to tell me that, probably because of all the shields. Well, what if I told you? What can I tell you about upgrades for now, though? Is there anything else I can have in this department? Because it's sort of been a while. Rage mode duration, bonus suits health regeneration. I think I'm going to get rage mode duration, since we're in rage mode times. Whoa! The bar went long. Significantly longer than my health. Oh! Ah, now the big man has come home. Oh, what sort of delightful presentation do you have? I know that you were on PowerPoint for some reason. You must be thinking to win me over to your sculpting cause. You've got some sort of task to accomplish via the art of sculpture, and you're here to explain it to me in laborious detail with multiple diagrams through the course of a 40-minute webinar. Am I anywhere close to reality with that one? Do feel free to correct me, if not. It appears I have been released. So there is that. What is up here? Nothing but diddly bops again. Diddly bops aplenty. Oh, television screens.
On the bad news tip, viewers are advised to seek higher ground because we're about to have a massive tidal wave tear through here. Looks like it'll be caused about 5 seconds from now by some nutty feather plucker detonating a whole mess of explosives underwater. Of course, the question on everyone's lips is, who would be crazy enough to... Oh wait, it's me!
That's not a button, that's your own hand. You've lied to me about what you poked. Again. I've got 1 minute to stop myself from drowning. I don't get subtitles for this bit either. Oh, it's coming from that other way, look. From that way over there. I've got to get away. I've got to get away, or all the things that I can wash about. You've got multiple tidal waves, I guess. I thought I was going to avoid the king, to be honest. Oh no, he's doing funny sports commentate. But I've avoided you. Why don't I just stay on the top? until you've run out of explosives. Probably because you're like, I'm Deadpool, I've got every explosive now. I was given them for Christmas.
I don't know, man. I don't think that
Oh
platform's gonna
no.
be high enough, do you?
I did know what you meant that time, and it was about a boat that I've been on.
And here he is,
You
bedeviled
silly
and
man,
bedraggled,
stopping the
proud
ocean.
but not
About
proud.
me,
The
of all
man, the
people.
myth, the legend, the non-mutant superhero.
Do villains find me this annoyingly talkative? Don't answer. Alright, ugly McEvilstein. You're about to get canceled.
Hey,
Oh no,
that's
cancel
a wrap.
culture.
Great show, everybody. Great show. Here you go, kid. You earned it.
Thanks.
Hey, fair is fair,
Deadpool
right?
would
I mean,
absolutely
do
get
that
a
in.
Netflix
What's the big
special.
deal with
That's
that,
the
Danny?
dark
Well, it's a
truth
long
of this
story.
whole
Basically,
scenario.
it gives bad guys extra superpowers,
It's
so
the
I have to-
tax he
What is it?
pays for getting nerds online to forget that he's not
Candy
straight.
bar. Gonna get a candy bar. Snap, crackle,
Fool.
chop. I love
You've
this.
made 3 of
Finally
him.
someone to laugh at my jokes. Hey, what's
You've
green?
made 3, you
What?
fool, in your
Incredible.
arrogance. You told him that he could have different... They've fallen over.
Kill him.
They've all died immediately. It simply isn't normal. Gotta fight all the Deadpools now.
Boxes of greens.
You're making me do a talk show? Well, you're not going to anymore. Alright, I've decided on the 6 o'clock train to Northwich that I wouldn't allow these things anymore. Is there... I think there's a... I just remember off the top of my head that there's another one of the 7 things. That there's an order I'm to defeat them in. So let's see if we can accomplish that. Just for the sake of doing it. Guns, swords, grenades. Okie dokie. No!
An entire
No,
issue
I
of
don't
handmade.
want to talk to your anchor man this time.
I feel all
Here's guns.
I feel so good. It's
Gunderson Grumberbury is what we call that, Deadpool. Even though we shouldn't, because it's got no bearing whatsoever on his name. But I'll do it anyway, you can't stop me. You can't stop me! Ever! Okay, so don't.
You
Hello.
are like an industrial strength dose of
Go
crazy.
away. Go away, I've got no time. There's no time to say hello. I'm the rabbit from the thing. Gah!
yeah.
Well, you know what they say. Stop existing as 3 people at once. Was it swords next? Yes, swords next. And then... Of course, you know it would have been easier to take grenades out first, and that's why they're telling me to...
Tell us. If
To
you
be
could
the
switch any
wrong
celebrity,
one.
living or dead, who would it be? And why?
It's infuriating that you want me to...
Just gross.
Let me... I feel like I should have broken out sooner than that for how much I was boofing them. I'm doing it! Alright? I'm focusing on his cock. All the time I've been doing this, and you've not given me anything more helpful than that.
Great. Yeah, totally.
Because it's the Deadpool level as well, and I've not shown this. Because I don't want to, particularly. But if you stay in the pause menu forever, there's like funny dialogue about how long the game has been paused for. Because the game's apparently really impatient for you to just get on with playing it. As if you've got nothing fucking else to do. So yeah, I just thought that bore mentioning. You've got swords, alright, like everyone I defeat. So how did you think this was gonna go any different? Haha.
Blood.
2 unconscious people, you've stopped now, you've only got grenades, and they're not really great for close range combat, so I imagine this is gonna go poorly for you. You can do a backflip kick, so there's that at least. But if you think about it, isn't a backflip kick the same as getting defeated in a fight on an oil rig? The 3rd oil rig of the evening.
We'll be right back after
There are no messages.
Another successful
It's
mission.
all
You get a high rating
fire
for that.
now instead.
Aren't
Don't
they
do
all?
jokes about...
Just one thing. How do I get home?
Teleport. You've got magic spiders. It's very funny that you're lost in the ocean. But also, how did you get there? He must have destroyed the fun Spider-Man helicopter that they had in order to get in. One of the old toys came true, and now we're all paying the price. Well, that was the last of the 4, so there's going to be some sort of good addendum, isn't there? That it wants to tell us. Yes. Our web slingers have triumphed.
But there are still more pieces of that terrifying tablet out there. And something tells me the worst is
The worst is probably yet to come. Oh no, they're referring to you!
Excellent work, Spider-Man.
Who says good help is hard to find?
I'm the worst. I'm Mysterio today.
Look out!
The rest of the tablet will be mine. It must be mine.
I'm here. You're just hanging out in some apartment. No! Circular blade.
You've underestimated me for the last time, Spider-Man. And this old crone will pay for your insolence. Recover
For some reason I can't stop you.
or this will be the last you see of her.
Stop.
Oh no!
Just don't hurt her, okay?
Oh well, this time we're giving a Mysterio the power. This is exactly what we were supposed to prevent, and yet I did wonder how he ended up getting it, because of course you know he's going to. And I'd sort of completely forgotten how they all entered his hands. So this explains that at least, I guess. Well, there's all sorts of Big Stompy. Well, what Big Stompy are we going to deal with next time, and then there'll be everything else afterwards. Tune in and find out. You know the drill by now. Gah. Fucking...